My name is Lisa, and I'm a housewife working at a local company. I live with my husband Alaric and my in-laws. On this day. Sorry to keep you waiting, father-in-law, mother-in-law.
Ah, Lisa, we always owe you.
No, not at all. Cooking is kind of like a hobby for me.
Today's dishes look delicious again. So many cute little hamburgers.
They are cute, right? Actually, each one has a different filling.
Oh, that's interesting. Well then, let's dig in. Delicious. This one has cheese inside.
Then I'll try one. Oh, this one has a Japanese flavor with shiso perilla leaves inside.
There are others with quail eggs inside, and for something a bit different, there's one with pineapple.
My goodness, you made so many different kinds.
And each one is delicious. Truly commendable.
Thank you. These were my in-laws, both incredibly kind, treating me as if I were their own daughter. Building such a good relationship with them made my everyday life full of happiness. One day.
Dad, Mom, there's something important we need to discuss today.
What's the matter being so formal?
Huh? What on earth did you do this time?
What? No. Why do you always assume I messed something up?
Please calm down, father-in-law. The truth is, we're expecting.
Oh my. Congratulations, Lisa.
Huh? What do you mean?
Dad, you're going to be a grandpa.
What? Is that true? I see. Yes, congratulations to you both.
When I revealed my pregnancy to my in-laws, they were overjoyed. With the help of my in-laws, I enjoyed my pregnancy and safely gave birth to a daughter. Then, when Alaric and the rest visited me in the hospital.
Lisa, congratulations on the birth. You did an amazing job.
It must have been tough, as it's all new to you, but you did great.
Thank you, but it seems our baby will need to stay in the hospital for a while.
Oh dear, that must be worrisome for you.
Don't worry. Born with all your love, she'll be just fine.
I hope so. I might also need to stay in the hospital a bit longer.
Of course, we'll eagerly await your return.
Heck, being called long-necked grandpa might not be so bad.
Well then, let's wait together, long-necked grandpa.
Maybe we should drop the whole giraffe thing after all.
I'll be discharged soon and will come see you. Although I was anxious about extending my hospital stay, my in-laws were there to support me. However, after that, they didn't visit or answer their phone. Later, when Alaric came to visit, I asked him about our in-laws, but for some reason, he avoided the topic. As I was growing suspicious, Dr. Noah, an obstetrician, came in.
Lisa, why the long face? Did something happen?
Noah, the thing is, I suddenly can't get in touch with my in-laws. When I ask my husband about it, he avoids the topic. I'm worried something might have happened.
I see. Well, you can use my cell phone to call them.
Really? Thank you. Noah is a friend of mine. Although he isn't my primary doctor, he's a skilled physician, and I consulted with him a lot during my pregnancy. I decided to use the phone Noah lent me to call my mother-in-law. And then...
Hello?
Mother-in-law. I'm glad I got through.
Lisa, this isn't your number, is it?
Yes, I borrowed a friend's phone, an obstetrician, to call you. I couldn't reach either you or father-in-law from my phone.
Oh, is that so? I wonder why.
More importantly, I believe you've heard, but we can finally be discharged tomorrow. The baby is doing well. I'm looking forward to living with everyone.
Wait a minute. What do you mean?
Huh? Hasn't Alaric told you anything?
He did mention that you two are getting divorced, right?
What? Divorce?
He also said that living with us is troublesome, that he's reached his limit, and that he doesn't want the baby to meet us. To think that you felt this way. We were really shocked. I've always treated you as if you were my real daughter.
It seemed that my mother-in-law believed that we had divorced. I was confused and couldn't understand why. But from the tone of my mother-in-law's voice, I couldn't believe she would lie, so... Wait a minute. We haven't divorced.
Wow. Wait, what's going on?
I'm all so confused right now, I don't understand. But I was really looking forward to living with the baby and both of you. Then suddenly, I couldn't get in touch. I've been so worried that something happened.
Right. I know you'd feel that way, Lisa. But Alaric said you two had divorced.
Did you really hear that from Alaric?
Wait, did he do something?
It seems that Alaric might be the only one who knows the truth.
Wow, I thought so. Hey, Lisa, can we talk? Actually,
What? Is that true? After hearing something from Noah, I discussed the future with my mother-in-law, and we made a plan. The next day, as scheduled, I was discharged from the hospital. My in-laws came to pick me up and we headed to their home. Upon arriving,
Welcome back. Wait, why is Lisa here?
"Oh, shouldn't your wife come home? And why didn't you come to pick me up on my discharge day?"
What? Oh, sorry, I just forgot the discharge date. My bad.
Really? Just forgot? I tried calling you multiple times and even messaged you online. Didn't you see those messages?
Haha. That's a lot of line messages. I just forgot to check them. You know, I'm the type who lets notifications pile up, right?
Oh, is that so? I remember you used to say you didn't like letting notifications pile up.
When did I say that? I've changed. More importantly, the baby is okay, right?
What kind of question is that? Would you prefer if things weren't okay?
No, I just assumed the baby was fine. That's why I didn't ask.
Liar. You sounded like you hoped for the worst.
True, that was clearly negative.
Alaric, you said Lisa wanted a divorce, right? Lisa said she never mentioned anything like that. What's going on?
When my mother-in-law questioned Alaric, who seemed flustered by my arrival with the baby, he appeared even more surprised to see that my in-laws were with me.
Dad, Mom, why are you two with her? More importantly, when did you even talk with Lisa?
Oh, Alaric, we're family by marriage, you know? We can certainly have a conversation or two.
That's impossible, because they're phones.
Yes, you had blocked my number, hadn't you? You even went to the extent of blocking public phone numbers and private numbers. You were quite thorough, weren't you?
What? How did you? No, that's not it. How did you get in touch with them then? These two can't use line or email.
One of my friends works as an obstetrician, and she helped me out.
An obstetrician? I never heard of such a friend. Why didn't you mention this before?
I tried to, but you always said you were too busy to talk. Turns out, you were just busy cheating, it seems.
What? Cheating me? Why are you making such unfounded accusations?
The obstetrician told me about how you and someone named Blythe came in for a checkup together. You should know well, since Noah is Blythe's attending physician.
Nor, he was your friend.
So, you brought Blythe because you said you divorced Lisa, right?
She should still be in the room, right? Bring her here now.
Wait a minute. I can't bring a pregnant woman into this mess.
Shut up. This whole situation is your doing. Stop making excuses and bring her here now.
After being sternly reprimanded by his father-in-law, a reluctant Alaric left the room and returned with Blythe.
Hello, I'm Blythe.
There, I brought her. Are you satisfied now?
So, you're Blythe. Nice to meet you. Would you mind telling us the nature of your relationship with him?
Asking even when you already know, you have quite the character. Yes, the child I'm carrying was conceived out of our love for each other. To think he'd choose me over a wife named Lisa. It's quite ironic, isn't it? It makes me laugh.
What? You must be joking.
Why the hell did that doctor spill a patient's private information? Because of that, look at the mess we're in now.
This is what you brought upon yourself, isn't it? Also, Noah told me as a friend.
That's not the point. Medical professionals have a duty of confidentiality, right? He shouldn't have blabbed about what he learned during the examination.
Exactly. I never gave him permission to discuss it with you. Doctors shouldn't disclose any information they handle in their line of duty.
With this, I can sue him, you know? If you don't want that, you know what to do, right?
You both underestimate doctors. Do you think Noah hasn't thought of that? Even if it's something learned during an examination, it's not a breach of confidentiality if it's for the benefit of a third party. In this case, it was necessary to protect the future of me and the baby.
What? That means anyone can misuse it by simply giving a reason.
So our detriment doesn't matter to you. That's wrong.
If you're going to say that, then what about the detriment Lisa and the baby have suffered because of you too?
Obstetricians face many lawsuits as it is, so they are very meticulous. I can't imagine them making such an amateur legal mistake.
If you're not convinced, you can look it up yourself. More importantly, what did you plan to do once I was discharged? Did you think you could hide this forever?
No, I thought our daughter with Lisa wouldn't survive because she was sick, and Lisa was hospitalized. So, well, I just thought I could go with the flow.
I had a feeling. But how could you even think that way?
You've crossed a line you should never have as a human being.
Knowing Lisa and the baby were fighting so hard, what kind of person are you?
Listening to Alaric's reckless and inhumane explanation, both my in-laws and I began to seethe with anger.
Hey, don't get so heated up. Let's all calm down a bit, okay?
Calm down. You have some nerve saying that.
Look, don't just focus on the negatives. Let's also think of the positives, huh? It's a good thing for our family to grow, right? And this time, we're adding 2 more. Wouldn't the best thing be for the entire family to come together and raise both Lisa's and Blythe's children?
Enough of your nonsense. How can you even justify this?
Your father's right. We can't possibly accept such a ludicrous proposal. Alaric, you're disowned. Please take Blythe and leave our home immediately.
What? Hold on a minute. Kicking us out like this? Isn't that too harsh?
Exactly. After you kick us out, do you really not care what happens to us?
I said you're disowned, didn't I? It's not our concern anymore what happens to you two.
How can you say that? You've been so rude since the beginning. Throwing a pregnant woman out like this, we could sue you for that.
Look, if you think you can, then try it. Considering you cheated, deceived us, and hurt Lisa, I don't see you having much of a chance.
Ugh, how petty.
The ones being petty are you two, still acting so selfishly at this point. We'll be demanding compensation for emotional distress. Be prepared for that.
You've got to be kidding. Not only kicking us out, but also wanting money.
How can we raise a child saddled with debt?
That's your problem to solve. Just figure it out.
This is the result of your own actions. You need to take full responsibility for it.
We might never see each other again, but at least I hope your child finds happiness. Well then, goodbye. Forever.
This can't be. Wait, please. This can't be the end, can it?
What's going on? This wasn't supposed to happen.
Thus, Alaric and Blythe were hurriedly made to pack their belongings and were kicked out of their in-laws' house. After that, I officially divorced Alaric and claimed compensation from both Alaric and Blythe. Unable to pay without going into debt, they tried to consult a lawyer to countersue, but were persuaded against it due to their weak position. Eventually, they accrued a significant debt and paid the compensation in full. They managed to rent a cheap apartment to start their life, but with only Alaric's income, life was tough, and they ended up seeking help from Blythe's parents. At first, her parents, unaware of the circumstances, welcomed them, but they grew suspicious when the stories didn't add up. Eventually, the truth came out, and Blythe too was disowned by her parents. And so, Alaric and Blythe faced days filled with endless work, while also grappling with the anxieties of pregnancy, living without any respite. As for me, on this day, I was at the hospital.
Wow. So you decided not to rely on those in-laws after all.
Yes, I thought of leaning on them since I don't have parents, but there must be plenty of moms out there in the same situation as me, right? So I thought I'd do as much as I can, within reason.
Makes sense. That's very much like you, Lisa. The baby is developing just fine too. I'm sure it'll grow up to be strong, just like you.
Oh, I'm not that strong, but thank you, Noah. Still, I hope the baby grows up freely and happily.
I'm sure they will. Do you remember? I think it was back in elementary school. You held onto a 1,000 yen bill and ate your fill at the candy store, right?
Oh, I remember that.
You kept eating until the old lady at the store stopped you. You were so free-spirited back then, so I'm sure your child will be fine too.
Given that story, I'm only expecting the kid to turn out to be a big eater.
Haha, well, that's better than not eating at all, right?
True, but it's still embarrassing. Next time I'm bringing an embarrassing story about you.
Whoa, scary. Can you please not? The nurses love those kinds of stories.
Looks like the tables have turned.
All right then, take care. Next patient, please.
Hey, Noah, don't try to escape. Since then, I've been living with my baby. My in-laws had offered for us to live with them, but I thought it would be too much to always rely on them. So we made a deal. I'd live on my own but could ask for help when in need. Even so, being a first-time mom meant facing continuous challenges, and I ended up seeking help from my mother-in-law frequently. Amidst this, I've been regularly visiting the hospital, and everything's progressing well. It seems both mother and child will continue to live healthily. Since starting my parenting journey, I've felt immensely supported by my in-laws, Noah, neighbors, colleagues, and many others. Right now, all I can do is accept their kindness, but I hope one day to repay them in a much bigger way. Surrounded by so much warmth, my child and I continue to live happily each day. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel for more great content. Just click on the subscribe button below and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload a new video. See you in the next one.